You can't build a world-class team when your best players are part-time national team members. Wonderful people, welcome back to the channel. So we are getting another statement from commentator and former West Indies fast bowler Ian Bishop, where he's basically saying that the West Indies talk about, or some of them talk about building a team, a world-class team. But when I look at it, guys, the best players are part-time national members. You understand? We're gonna zoom in on it, guys, and talk a little bit and share with you what the comment section said about that, and I think that it's based on poor and omission or leaving. But before we go any further though, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell to be the first alerted whenever a new video is uploaded. So the West Indies, guys, have been in the headlines of late, guys. A lot of people are really not pleased with the West Indies performances. You understand, as of late, we heard Shea Up questioning the loyalty of them. He's saying that why the West Indies players are performing well in franchise cricket, and when they come to West Indies, they're not performing. But in my opinion, the reason why they're not performing is because money make the world go around. So if a guy playing them more, then gonna put in more effort for them. Technically, guys, the West Indies players are not loyal to West Indies cricket. Even though you hear them come out and talk that they're loyal to the money. You understand, my people? And based on the fact some of them are on contract, and some of them just trying to find themselves, but that's a different story, guys. We're gonna run through some comment under that comment that Ian Bishop made. Agree fully, but the outside the box question is, how do you make the part-time players full-time? Good question. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. The money hunger. So this man I say Albion Brown man saying that, hey, these guys are money hungry. You're gonna talk about part-time. These guys are lovers of money. Paul saying, are you saying you must compel a player to play for buttons? So Albion and him were sharing a conversation in the comment where you were saying that they should compel them to play international cricket over franchise, but that's not going to work, because time have changed, and some of these guys that they have has already established them name out there. You understand? They can just simply just retire from international cricket and they will still be hot on the T20 circuit market. Who made them part-time players? David Arjun comment, you can't expect world-class players to play for button while millions are made outside. Joseph Logan said, West Indies Cricket Board have it. So imagine Roach played 4-day regional cricket this year, then went and played English county cricket, and the West Indies Cricket Board waited for the last minute not to select him and said he was not in the plan for future cricket West Indies. Darren Sammy said he's not in the plan. So what about Johnson Charles? Is Johnson in the plan for West Indies going forward? Both of them are the same year old, So let's continue. Devendra Sinath or Sinath comment. Yes, so true. If your players are paid properly, they will not always have to hope a plane and fly. You basically say, will not have to take a plane and fly halfway around the world to pay their bills and see about their family. But you have a cricketing board that can't even fill a stadium for a T20 international match, much less an ODI. Let's not talk about test cricket. We need a full revamp of board, coach, and players. Imagine you have players with 18 something averaging playing international T20 after playing 56 ODI games and expect them to bash their way to victory. That's not gonna happen, you understand? Another comment saying, yes, but by whom and how much are they going to be paid as full-time players? Nicholas Lazar, commented, that's very easy. All the part-time players got their exposure for playing for the West Indies. West Indies can force their hands by making them sign contracts that they have an obligation to keep representing the West Indies when need, or it will be a fine unless they are retired from international cricket. May say crimple, but cricket, as simply as that. That was not what Nicholas commented. Another longer comment said, Salim October commented, I always try to understand if a professional player is an employee, aren't they to be held to high performance standards? By the by the same token, aren't players supposed to also make business decisions for maximum profitability? Right? Many who are talking here have changed many jobs for better packages. Sometimes I feel a different standards is set for sports people. We should not label that money hungry as far as I am concerned. A player should be able to clearly choose their preference of format they play and specialize in whether T20, T10 tests the 100 or 50 overs. What's wrong with if they make those choices purely for business? I am sure plenty of you here are driven scholars and yet you choose your own consultancies and don't work for your government or in fields you seem not providing the best return. So what he's trying to say dear guys in that comment that you guys are gonna choose where the money is coming from. It's not about hungry, but you have to set your future in a place where you have financially stable to maintain a happy life or a life that you want to live. You know, you can't waste your time playing for West Indies and West Indies is not paying you much. So you have to go out there and make the money. That's what this person is trying to say. Sure, partiality and favoritism doesn't work in no form of shape. No form or shape. You got to use your best coach, your best team, your best management team. Another person comment, Amir or Amir Khan. When a new player joins the national team, they should sign a contract to be ready for national duty and anytime, and they should only allow centrally contracted players to play two leagues, and that too when there is no international cricket. Anyone violating this policy must be banned for 1 year for first offense, 3 year, and for two offense, a lifetime ban for third offense. This man, if this is what you're proposing, I think some of these players are just going to come and make a name for themselves and just automatically just retire from international cricket. You understand? All of the great West Indian players played from around 1950 to 2000. Just curious of what they were paid back then when these players had no other choice but to play for country and county cricket. I agree with Ian Bishop. You can't build a world class team on such players because their availability is not guaranteed. When you look at all the great players in the past, they make their money playing county cricket and the Kerry Curry Parker series an endorsement, right? I'm gonna read two more comments, guys. Fully agree. It was said players used to play with clubs to get to the West Indies team. Now they play for the West Indies team get to the clubs. Another long comment here from Mr. Hussein saying so many times we hear the same story being repeated where the international and experienced players have retired or locked themselves down to international franchise as it's more profitable for them. It is that the West Indies Cricket Board needs to evolve, or if we are stuck in archaic practices and corruption, why is it that our international countries are doing so much better than us and their players more put country first before franchise? Without a mindset change or evolution of cricket within the West Indies camp, it is sad to say the youths will no longer slow or show any interest. That's what he's trying to say. Show any interest or be willing to play for West Indies before any other. Classic old time saying money talks and bullshit walk. So that's the final comment. I'm gonna zoom in on people.